Hey guys, welcome to Neutral Corner MMA. I'm Sergio Guerrero here speaking with UFC Featherweight Steven Ocho Peterson, 29 years of age. You fight Alex Caceres at UFC on ESPN 4 a week from today at the AT&T Center inside of San Antonio, Texas. First of all, Steven, how are you doing, man? How are you feeling? How was training camp?
I'm doing awesome. I'm feeling great. One thing we gotta get it right: the man of steel, Steven Ocho Peterson.
That's right. That's right. The man of steel, Steven Ocho. Well, let's talk about how you got the nickname Ocho first. How did that come about?
So I believe I was 15 years old, and I grew up in Los Angeles. Moved to McKinney, Texas. Joined the football team the summer before sophomore year, and I was given the number 8. Some older kids were picking on me. Some of the varsity kids pushing me around, calling me Ocho. So obviously I wasn't gonna put up with it. Where I'm
Right.
from,
Uh-huh.
if you talk shit, you get hit. So I started a fight, and then I got known for fighting, and everybody in school then on knew me as Ocho, this kid from LA that likes to fight. So I just got notorious for fighting, and the rest is history.
So some would say that that's the beginning of your fighting career, right?
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah, awesome. And I know that I just want to speak on this really quick. Just recently, you went to Six Flags with your son. I'm sure you and your son have a good relationship. I've seen videos of you actually taking him to Fortis MMA. Do you always take your son with you to training camps, or how does that go usually?
Yeah, ever since he was 6 weeks old, his mom went back to work, and I'm a full time fighter. So I decided rather than put him in childcare or get a job just so that I could pay for childcare, I just take him along with me. So
Right.
as a baby in his little car seat, I'd have him on the side of the mat watching me train, and he grew up. Eventually went to school, and now when I have him during the summertime, he goes with me. Or on the weekends, he goes with me. Yeah, all the time.
That
He's grown up in the gym, really.
That's great. That's great. I know that the more comfortable he gets around the other guys in the gym, the more he'd be able to start training and get used to it. So how does your son respond to the fact that you are a full time fighter, that you fight for a career?
It's really all he knows. He loves it. The team and my gym family is his family. He's grown up around them, and they all treat him like family. Everybody loves him, and yeah, he's just part of the family.
Nice. And do you and your son or your family in general have like favorite activities that you guys do? Something that you guys always have fun doing?
Man, he likes to play video games. Other than I drag him to the gym with me, and that's work, and he knows that's work. Sometimes we get on the mat and we play, but
Nice.
other than that, he just likes to play video games or Six Flags. We got a membership, so we go there all the time. I'll go to the gym in the morning. I'll be like, hey, if you're good for me in the morning at the gym, then afterward we'll go to Six Flags and we'll have fun for you.
Nice little treat after, huh?
Yeah, exactly.
Nice. And being that, you're such a family man, I'm sure that you were happy when you signed a new fight deal with the UFC. I believe it's a four-fight deal, correct?
Yeah, I got a new 4 fight deal, and yeah, I'm just thrilled because this is what I love to do. I've been fighting ever since I was in high school, um, and I started my amateur career at 17 years old. Went pro at 18, and it's all I do. And the dream was to be in the UFC. So now that uh, I'm here to stay.
Awesome. And I know that when you got this deal, you said yourself that Sean Shelby was big on you and big on the fact that you took the fight against Pena at UFC on ESPN 6 plus 6 after he had weighed in over the limit. Question for you, can you talk about the experience of going into a fight knowing that your opponent has the sheer advantage of not having to cut as much weight as you do?
Yeah, I mean, he had every advantage in that fight. The height advantage, the reach advantage. He's bigger, longer, didn't cut the weight. He's really he should be a welterweight. He should put
Right.
on keep his weight on and be a welterweight. But none of that matters. It's a fight, and I don't care about weight. I don't care about size. Whoever they put me in there with, I'm gonna go in there. I'm gonna bang. I'm trying to finish. I'm not trying to win on points. And I think that might have been the reason why I didn't get the W in that fight is because I wasn't trying to win on points. I was going in there, trying to find a finish the whole time. I don't care if I'm up or down on the scorecards. I'm trying to finish you.
And do you think more fighters, because I know this is a situation that happens throughout the whole MMA, spectrum all across different promotions. Do you think more fighters should be willing to take that step and fight, even though their opponent didn't make weight?
Oh yeah, I mean you're here to fight regardless. Obviously, it's unprofessional if your opponent misses weight. And one thing I want to say is they take away 15, 20, whatever percent of the purse for their show money, but they don't take away any of the win money.
Right.
So I think they should fix that. If your opponent comes in and misses weight and they take away 20% of the show money, and then your opponent wins with that weight advantage, they should also take away 20% of the win money, because it's kind of a gamble for these guys. Like, hey, I'm going to miss weight. I might give up 20% of my show money, but I still get all my win money.
Right.
So,
Right.
They're coming in with an advantage. If they get the win and the weight advantage, they should lose a percentage of the win money as well.
I'm sure it gives an incentive to the fighter to make weight, even more, to
Even
make sure
more.
that they get it down from the get. But I know that you're training out of Fortis MMA in Dallas, Texas, and you guys are currently undergoing an expansion. You guys have the fight meal prep, the training center, rehab center, a housing center. I know that you're going to introduce the cryotherapy in that same realm. How's the environment at Fortis MMA, knowing that these new ideas and plans are being put intact now?
Yeah, we're just trying to lead the way in the MMA world. We're not followers, we're leaders. Um, Coach Safe's the general, and he's the leader of the leaders. It's like a alpha, a major alpha leading a bunch of other alphas, which you
Right.
don't see at most gyms. You got one guy, he's like the star, and it's like everybody else pushes him up, and like it's all about him. But at our gym, it's like we're all humble. We're all alphas, and if you're not an alpha, you're not going to fit in. And then with the expansion, we're growing and continuing to stay ahead of the curve, rather than letting everybody catch up to us. We want to stay ahead of the curve. We want to continue to evolve and stay on top of the game.
Nice, and that's a perfect segue to what I was going to say next. The Sports Daily actually ranked Fortis MMA the number two, excuse me, gym in the world. Can you talk about the work that Saif Saud and the success that Fortis MMA has had recently? You guys have got Myles Johns winning the UFC contract at the Contender. Bea Malecki recently just fought. Alonzo Menifield just fought, and they both won this past June. Just talk about the success that you guys have had, for a quite long time now, but just more recently.
Yeah, that's just the standard that we're held to. We're held to a perfection standard in our rounds. If it's not perfect, Coach Safe will let you know. Like you know, a lot of coaches, like, if you win, oh, you won. Despite your hands being down, shooting bad shots and all that
Right.
stuff. He's gonna nitpick every little thing, and he just demands perfection.
No stone goes unturned, huh?
100%.
Yeah. And I know I kind of touched on Myles Johns, who's one of your training partners at Fortis. He just recently won the Contender Series and got a UFC contract. You yourself have fought Benito Lopez at the Contender Series as well back in 2017. Unfortunately, you lost via split decision. But being that you've been a part of the Contender Series, what kind of advice and training preparation did you give Myles prior to going into this fight?
Just don't hold back. Just don't hold back. Let it all out. This is your moment. This is your time to shine. Uh, Go in there. No regrets. Just go in there and lay it all on the line. And that's exactly what he did, man. He went out there. He showcased his skills. He laid it all on the line, and he got a contract.
Nice. And how did you and your team react after he had got the win?
Obviously, we were all ecstatic, but we didn't expect anything less.
Right. Okay. And I know that your last stoppage was in 2017. You've had three fights in the UFC, one fight in the Contender Series. All those fights went to the judge's decision. Do you feel that you were due for a knockout or a submission against Alex Caceres?
100%. I'm a finisher. That's my style, uh, and I plan on going out there and getting the finish. 100%.
How do you see yourself getting the finish?
TKO first round. I'm gonna go in there, take the fight to him, and I'm gonna take him out.
Very bold. Alex Caceres obviously been in the UFC for quite some time. He has 20 fights in there. He's got 2 fights of the night. He's got 2 submissions of the night. What type of style does Alex bring to the fight? And what's his most dangerous trait that you've observed?
He's flashy. He likes to run around, evade and catch you with something flashy. And, I plan on not getting caught with something, stupid. He's going to try and go in there and clown me, and I'm not going to get clowned. I'm going to take the fight to him. It's not going to be a fun night for him.
And, Alex Caceres is very flamboyant style. What does he bring to you as a fighter that no other fighter has ever brought to you before? Or what do you think, I should say?
I think he's going to try and run from me, and I'm going to have to get a hold of him. It's going to be like a lion chasing his prey in there. And I've said it before, I'm going to come out aggressive, and, that's just my style. I'm not going to change that for him, and I'm going to get a hold of him.
Nice. And of course, I know that I'm sure you've talked about this before, but I must ask you, your tattoos, man, more specifically your Superman piece. What was your inspiration behind the piece? And if you'd like to talk about any other pieces that you have, please do.
Yeah, so I was like 10, 12 years old, like real young, and I was getting picked on by some older kids. And, I kept fighting back, and they kept beating me up.
Yeah.
And they were like, stay down. And I get up and keep fighting, and they walk away, beat me up, walk away. I get up, talk some more shit. And I just, wouldn't give up. And they're like, man, you walk around like you got an S on your chest. Like, yeah, I'm going to get an S on my chest. Watch. So, when I turned 18, that was the day after I turned 18, I went and got it done.
Nice, man. And, fighting in San Antonio, Texas, it's like home to you. Are you ready for the crowd to be behind you, man?
Oh, yeah. I'm used to fighting in Dallas for Legacy, LFA.
Right.
Selling $20,000 worth of tickets by hand, and just selling out crowds, and that's where I perform best. It's like when I got the crowd behind me chanting the Ocho chant.
Yeah.
It gets me fired up, and I feed off the crowd's energy. So I'm excited to have a pro Ocho crowd and go out there and do my thing.
Well, Steven, I truly wish you the best against Alex Caceres. And again, I want to thank you for joining us today. I know that you probably have a busy schedule. So again, I appreciate it. Everybody, Steven, or let me say this correctly, Man of Steel, Steven Ocho Patterson, who fights Alex Caceres at UFC on ESPN 4, July 20th at AT&T Center. Good luck to you, my man. I hope everything goes well in the near future and in your future endeavors.
Hey, I appreciate you having me on.
All right, man. Take care now.
Hey, you too, bro.
Appreciate it, man.